at some point, even if it's a 3-2.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as he gets the 3.
You make it to a 3-3, and now it's suddenly a best of 7.
How'd that happen? If they get a tie where they like both knock each other out at the last second.
Oh, like when it's 2-2.
Do we give them both a point?
I think for the ease of viewing, you would just nullify the match and then have them play it again.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't think we got that. We'd have to have it happen to put it in the rule set. Ooh, clash there. Pretty huge. Got the stuff recovery effects, but Acno doesn't get the cider on the way down, so Mounir is able to drift back to the stage. Lots of good damage coming out from Acno so far at the beginning, or onto Acno so far at the beginning of this game for Mounir. Orb versus Sword here for the start.
Okay, gets him with the sidelight side air. Acno needs a little bit more consistent damage here. He's been losing out in these neutral engagements.
What is Acno looking for at this damage? Because it looks like he's trying to hit a specific attack. No, I guess he's just doing one attack at a time. Ooh. That gravity cancel Ensig was very hopeful that Mounir was going to go down there without reacting to something, and Mounir has been pretty phenomenal at punishing Sigs off the side of the stage with a ground pound.
Imagine!
I mean, Mounir saw it through.
Went in there, got him with recoveries, got him with nairs, but Acno's in trouble. Off stage, what's the edge guard? Hits him with a ground pound. He did get the touch.
Oh, he went for like a dodge back read. That was pretty crazy. Okay, Acno, these wake up gravity cancel unarmed D-lights are not netting you anything. Stop. This is brutal.
Bouncing on that wall there, but a side air is still not enough to do it. That's that Val defense, and of course, Gauntlet side air is giving him plenty of movement. Another ground pound on the head of Acno puts Mounir up 3 stocks to 1 now.
Oh, looking back at who knocked Mounir down in the elimination side, it was J Cool J who went down to Pavelski. So Mounir was pretty happy not to have that rematch because so far against Acno, he is looking amazing.
He's looking very solid here. Acno might start thinking about this game too. What's the adjustment going to be? Is he going to swap to the Asuri a little bit earlier?
The Asuri had better success against Spamya than the Tio did, that's for sure. Wake up gravity cancel sidelight Nair is going to get him some damage. Nair's almost going to bring him into orange. He's still behind in damage after all those wins, however. Val's just that tanky. Sword comes through, 2 Nairs in a row, put Acno almost in the red, and then Ensig's not going to be able to punish that gravity cancel End Knight, but that's okay. Mounir has got a lot of stock to play with here.
Yeah, definitely has some room here. Good juggle.
That recovery is going to knock out at this point. Goes for the side sig punish on the down sig, and that's going to be Mounir taking a 2-stock in game 1. Let's see if Acno wants to let the Alucard ride.
That's the big question here.
He is. He's got on the banning phase there.
Same map.
They're going to go back to Fortress Alliance. We got some replays here in the meantime while they load in. There's that ground pound, the second of 2 that have knocked out Acno in that game, and then Mounir just getting the side stick here as he end up like crossing paths.
Yep.
His dash jump has like the same trajectory as Acno's down stick, but the startup frames of that attack were not active, and so Mounir didn't end up getting caught, and Acno goes down. Now we're here in game number 2 with Mounir with the lead.
Mounir back onto the gauntlets, gets a downlight down air. Okay, Acno not able to hit that ground pound though. Was about to force Mounir into an edge guard situation, but down sig into the recovery. Some good damage being put out from Acno here.
Ooh, and down air recovery gonna disarm him. Switches over to the orb, gravity cancel sidelight side air. It's gonna take Mounir out to the left side of the stage, and that's gonna be a solid 30-second stock for Acno in game number 2. Completely different pacing as to game 1. Let's see if Mounir can bring it back. Acno so far completely in control. I am very confident in Acno when he's able to start with a stock lead like this sometimes, but we have seen sets today where like he destroyed a stock in the first 30 seconds and then lost. I think it was twice against Flamethrower. So we'll see if that's going to be the same case against Mounir.
I mean, it's going to be on Mounir to make those adjustments. Right now, staying a little bit more grounded as Acno playing around that soft platform. Weapon toss to open up, but Acno with that side light as a response. Easy punish, gravity cancel down sig.
You know, it's so funny to me to see Mounir continue to go for that Val side sig, and everybody on stream has punished him for it, right?
Well, hey, raw ground pound. When you can't side sig, just raw ground pound that.
I guess it was like because like Pavelski did what, like jumping dare like 3 times, and then Acno just down sigs him straight out of it. It's been very funny to see Mounir just.
It's the SpongeBob meme. Like, when are you gonna learn your lesson, old man?
I mean, Mounir does just keep winning the matches despite not learning the lesson, right? So that's just that tenacity that he's got there is really coming through. Does not punish Acno for going for the gravity cancel. I can't, dude. That's it's every time that he side sigs.
Dude, that's my
You
goat.
called it before it happened. You just saw Acno off the side of the stage. You're like, again.
Nobody expects a fifth side sig off the stage.
Mounir, we gotta get that sword out of your hands. Acno gets the dare. That's like the dream orb down air, where you just get it right off the edge of the stage, but you're still on it. You end up hitting them. Not enough damage to get the spike though, and Mounir's over the sword.
All right, Nair gonna just go for the vertical juggle. Acno's neutral ain't reaching high enough there to actually beat out that gravity cancel downlight from Mounir.
Up with the recovery, not gonna do too much there. Satellite Sider puts him off the right side of the stage. Okay, looking like Acno's game. Dodges over the weapon throw as well. Mounir has to make it back. Acno decides to starve instead of go for an edge guard. Mounir ends up getting some damage for it, but Acno's continuing to starve from here. This is his third weapon, could go for the fourth, but Mounir gets a good end light, manages to hold on the gauntlets, which is not the sword, because if it was the sword, it'd be game over. He would side sig here, and then Acno would get the stock. That's going to be a good edge guard from Mounir.
That was really well done. Spot dodging through the weapon toss, got the gravity cancel downlight, was still able to get that side air afterwards.
Weapon spot comes through. All right, Acno, don't throw. Let's get this to be a 1-1. Oh, that might be it. Oh, he's a little more power on that side air. That might be it. Oh, well, the third time.
Unless he goes all the way to the right side.
Oh, he did. Oh, that might be it. It actually was. I thought he was going to live with it.
Yeah.
I really did.
But it was still enough. Acno managed to keep control, ended up winning that one out. He started off strong, but like we were kind of saying, like the whole time, there was still this feeling, this fear that Mounir was going to bring this one back. But it looks like Mounir has learned his lesson. Sword side sig, not the way, as he's getting rid of the sword. He's going over to the Ryu.
He is completely off of it. Does Petra have anything similar? I think Orb down sig, while it's punishable, is so much safer.
Yeah, because you're up in the air. You're not sending your body at them.
Yeah. All right, so this is Ryu, epic crossover with Petra. We've got gauntlets, we've got orb. So Mounir opting to bring an orb to fight against Acno's orb here in game number 3 as he drifts off the right side of the stage, trying to grab Acno with him with the air, the neutral air. Does not quite connect, and that sidelight Nair goes all the way down to the stage, and Acno manages to get out of harm's way, holding on to center stage.
All right, Mounir gonna try to go orb for orb against Acno. So far, they're just kind of going back and forth, trading blows.
Ooh. Falls with side air. Yeah, you're exactly right. It has been just one hit for one hit so far. Both players side airing left and right. Nice dash jump Nair. Another Nair exchange. Down air into recovery. They both try to recover at each other, but Mounir's wins. Gauntlet should be coming up in just a little bit. There it is. Okay. And that Sider will send him off the left side of the stage. Can Acno get the edge guard here? Downlight Sider, that could be it.
Well, he's got side airs. Mounir's got movement. Should be okay. Yeah, got that wall touch there. Throws out the down sig, but Acno able to space properly around that. Mounir tried to catch him with a jump scare.
I guess Petra does have that gauntlet down sig. It's like, it's similar. It moves your body with the attack. I don't know. It's not really the same.
Sidelight side air. Okay.
Sig.
Cleans it up.
I don't expect to see many more Mounir down sigs like that on gauntlets.
I hope he proves you wrong.
You think so? It's like expecting somebody to use Koji down sig.
Yeah.
On sword.
And then they do it, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's great. I've never seen someone use it to touch the wall.
That is the one good use of it. Anyways, this isn't Koji.
Standing still there. Okay.
Although I guess Petra could do the same thing. I'm going on a crazy tangent. It's because we're watching an orb ditto, and they're just hitting each other once at a time.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the tragedy of this is, like, it really is just someone gets a hit, and then the other one gets a hit, and then it's just, like, very one for one. But right now, Mounir's going in with the gauntlets.
You know? And it doesn't really lead. It's just the nature of the matchup, I think. But also, Mounir's not been getting any of the crazy strings on gauntlets. He's been throwing the weapon away a lot, and every time he throws the weapon, Acno is really good at... He reaction dodges to the weapon throw, and then he gravity cancels that same dodge into usually an orb sidelight, and he catches his opponent like trying to approach. Because usually when you're doing this weapon throw strategy, I'm using amazing end light there. When you're doing this weapon throw approach strategy, there's two things that you're planning on doing. One, your weapon hits them, so you grab the weapon again on your approach, and then hit them with your weapon. Two, they dodge your weapon, so you hit them with unarmed, and then you grab a new weapon. But when you do what Acno's doing, and that is dodge the weapon throw and then gravity cancel that same dodge into an attack, you stop both strategies every single time and always hit your opponent. And it's been working really well for Acno so far on this set. Okay. If he had it the other way, Mounir actually just stood in front of him.
Yeah, I think there was a moment there where Mounir's like, oh.
D-Light recovery towards the
They were
top.
very high.
Uh-oh, I did not expect, well, I didn't think Mounir was going to be the one switching Legends every game after that game 1. But Acno stood his ground, has been on the Etsu the entire time, and now Mounir is bringing out a classic.
This is an older pick from Mounir. It's going to be the Roman Reigns that Teros crossover.
9 Force Roman Reigns. He is dipping out of defense so that he can hit harder.
Well, okay, there's 2 parts to the statement I'm about to make. Part 1 is that people for a while, once Orb was created, said that Orb was just Axe but better. And then also, the last game, they were going blow for blow. So you just take that math and you get 1 + 1, and Mounir's like, okay, we'll go blow for blow, but I hit harder.
Yeah, I don't think Orb's got an 8 Force Legend stat line without a stance right now. I think Fate's the closest. It's either Fate or Petra, right? So yeah, you don't have nearly as hard hitting. Also, weapon throw.
Got past that.
In Axe's defense, I think Axe hits way harder than Orb, even if they feel like a similar function when that comparison was made.
Yeah, I think that comparison is not apt anymore.
Yeah, but it was interesting thinking about it. Side air. That could knock out.
Mounir went low that time, didn't eat that weapon toss to the face.
D-Light's on the table. Acno's looking for it.
Hammer.
Goes for 2. Can he go for a 3rd? This one will hit.
Ooh.
Oh, goes just for recovery. That's not D-Light recovery. And ouch! He was like an orange.
Hey, 9
Force.
strength.
Teros.
Yeah. He hits hard, that is for sure. Now he's holding on to the axe. Acno, though, has a weapon if... Okay, yeah, I was going to say, if Mounir is not careful with how he approaches, Acno can easily clean this one up.
Well, we've seen the comeback potential of Teros, that's for sure. 2 axe nairs were able to take Acno off the top of the stage in what was looking like solidly his game.
Hammer.
That's right. Right. Axe Nair would never take
exactly
on the top of the stage.
Axe Nair could never.
It's difficult because, for whatever reason, everybody that plays this character uses both shovel skins. Okay? It's not my fault.
It's a bunch of snow haters.
I know it's the Winter Championship, but you're using shovels year-round.
That was a good turnaround there. Mounir got the gravity cancel downlight into a turnaround recovery. Didn't quite lead to too much. Scoops up this time. Weapon control for Mounir. He's got great damage here onto Acno. He's going to be fishing for a side air.
Downlight hits. Side air would definitely do a lot here. Acno gets side air, goes for the end sig. Oh, I can't believe that dodge came out in time. I thought he was done for.
Thought he was falling on that end sig. Okay, weapon. Thought he was throwing it away.
Yeah, side air at any point in the stage would knock Acno out. I think even if you bounced him to the wall, it would knock out. And yet Acno is avoiding all these attacks. Neutral Light's going to do it?
Nope.
No. Acno recovers high, goes for that side air. Does manage to touch the edge of the wall of Miami Dome, but wall slips activating. He has not touched in a long time. Finally makes it back on the 3rd strike.
Oh, misses the
Side
punish.
is he going to take the lead? Weapon
quite.
throw. Goes for gravity cancel. D-Light into recovery. Okay, he's got one more chance. D-Light recovery catches him on the landing, and Mounir is the one that goes down to 1 stock. This is tournament stock for Mounir. If Acno wins this, he is going to go into grand finals to get that rematch against Bamia, but that side air deletes him in an instant.
It's going to be final stocks here. Game number 4. Mounir needs this if he wants to take this to game number 5. Playing around these soft platforms, still keeping that weapon control. Where's the spawn? Can he cover? No. Acno able to pick up the sword.
Nair after Nair after Nair. Acno goes in for the recovery. Downlight connects from Mounir, goes in for the Nair. Nice falling Nair from Acno. They're both exchanging Nair and recoveries. They're just like vertically exchanging damage. Switches over to the orb here. Now changes to that horizontal plane. Side air, down air. Oh, but that ground pound from Mounir. He's brought it back. Nair Duke. If he gets recovery to the top of the stage, he could just take the stock away. Acno's taking so much damage. Downsig's on the table. It's always downsig at the end.
Now he's going over the hammer.
Yes. Are you kidding? Mounir steals the game. Brings it to game 5.
I'm glad he swapped there, because there was a moment where I was like, oh, we might get trapped like he did on the 2nd stock, where he couldn't get the axe side air or down sig.
And just fish for neutral light for like an hour.
Couldn't finish. But we're now here into game number 5. Miami Dome still on the board, but it's going to be Western Air Temple.
Western Air Temple for game 5. We've added a platform every single game, and now we've added moving platforms up and down. Here we go, game 5. Are we staying with the Ezio? We are. It's going to be Ezio versus Roman Reigns, or Alucard versus Roman Reigns. Gameplay-wise, it's Ezio versus Taros. And we see that Mounir's hitting quite hard here. I don't think the pillar has really anything to do with how these two have been playing against each other. I think the walls on Air Temple are a little more in favor of Acno's play style, but we'll have to see. Here we go, sword picked up. Acno taking a ton of damage here at the start of the game and can't get anything started.
Okay, Mounir though, picking up the hammer. Caught him with the gravity cancel stomp. This time the stomp on the ground.
He might
Acno's off
already be done
stage.
for.
Nope, got the wall touch. Mounir letting him come back up safely.
Side airs here, but I think if Mounir wanted to close out the stock quickly, he should just throw the axe away and go over to the hammer, but that ground pound catches Acno going off the side of the stage, so what do I know?
Yeah, Acno, he went down there, he threw out a ground pound. I think that should have been a gravity cancel down sig likely, but just like misinputted there and ended up going just below Mounir, and Mounir's like, okay, ground pound.
Ooh, Mounir now on the right side of the stage. Not willing to really play that game that Acno's looking for. He's like, okay, I've got a lead, and a rare moment to see Mounir just like disengage, take a moment, say, Acno, you have to approach me. And so he does. Sidelight Nair, catches Acno on the right side of the stage. Hammer picked up, stomps on the table. Let's see what he's got.
Okay.
Dashes in. I think he's trying to go for a recovery there.
He's been doing that. Weirdly enough, is like the neutral game dash jump recovery.
Whoa.
Oh!
Bold of Acno to do that unarmed against Hammer with recovery, but it worked.
Now that'll be the stock evener. Both of them on their second stocks. He can't get the pickup.
He tried to go get his orb after he missed the pickup. The down sig hitting, the neutral light catching Acno as he tries to cross him up. The ground pound, he can ground pound again. Dare ground pound would knock him out. Gets the backswing of the dare, just like that. Acno on tournament stock. Mounir one stock away from getting in the grands here. Acno looked so good to take this 3-1, and all of a sudden he has one stock left in the entire game, and Mounir is tacking on huge hits. One down light comes through, doesn't get the end light right afterwards.
Side light, side air though. Acno gonna try to play out that neutral game. Needs to get more neutral wins here. Goes to the wall. Mounir gonna want that off stage. Doesn't hit him with the bottom end of that axe recovery though.
Sider hits, puts on the left side of the stage. Acno
sweeping.
Spot dodges in place, hits the end light. Dashes forward, goes for his own end light. Mounir now with the hammer, does find that second hit, the second kick of that end light. Gets the damage through, but that Nair recovery, I can't believe it didn't knock out. He needs silent recovery right now. If Mounir gets one good string, that might be too much. Even unarmed from Taros is a little too much to stomach. I don't think that's gonna do it. I can't believe it. Gravity cancel. Silent has more knockout power than Orb Sair. Not true, but it felt that way.
That one came down to positioning, of course. But right now, Mounir with a little bit of an advantage. Definitely still doable for Acno. Mounir cannot rest on his laurels just yet.
Is Mounir choking? I feel like he had so much momentum, and now Acno is just locking in.
You want him to choke.
I don't think so. Look. I know how Acno Bamia is going to go. I don't know how Mounir Bamia is going to go.
We didn't get the weapon, though. Okay, hammer.
Oh,
Nair's not going to do it here.
Looking for recoveries. He's just fishing at Acno. Acno has got such a good game stay here. Sidelight side air comes through. Mounir goes to the left side platform, dashes to the center, gets the recovery. No, he doesn't. Gets the scoop. That's huge. Nair could knock him out. Acno gets a little bit of damage. He disarms himself. The side sig avoided. He spot dodges away, picks up the sword. Mounir looking for Nairs. Goes in. That's a side light. Side sig could knock out. He gets the stock recovery, and that's it. Mounir with a clutch edge guard, takes a 3-2 over Acno and gets in the grand final, secures himself a flight here to the Winter Royale. And now has a chance to be able to be Winter Champion.
Could very well be the Winter Champion. Mounir with the